Prix de Ellen #X27 Arc de Triomphe report, Enable beats Sea of Cla for second arc. Enable repelled the late charge of Sea of Cla to successfully defend her crown in a sensational running of the Qatar Prix de Ellen #X27 Arc de Triomphe at ParisLongchamp. John Gosden and #X27 Enable was a brilliant winner of Europe and #X27 premier middle distance contest last season, and although she missed much of the current campaign through injury, an impressive comeback at Kempton ensured she was a red-hot favorite to become the 8th duo winner of the arc. The early reports suggest Enable will be kept in training in a bid to become the first ever three-time arc winner in 2019. Not hard to imagine close second Sea of Cla returning for another crack. pic.twitter.com/NZR4TGW5Y9 Ridden by Frankie Dettori. Enable was always traveling strongly on the heels of the leaders, and the packed grandstands roared as she hit the front. In contrast, having been drawn out wide, the William Haggas-trained Sea of Cla was dropped out last by James Doyle and was still a long way off the pace rounding the home turn. She rattled home once in the clear to set up an epic finish, but Enable had just enough in the tank to claim a popular victory. Cloth of Stars was third. Gosden said, "It and #X27 not been the preparation we wanted, it and #X27 been very difficult. I actually had a hiccup between Kempton and here with a slight temperature, so it has not been easy. She wasn't and #X27 at her best today. I and #X27 had a difficult year with her and started with a bit more hair than I have now. It and #X27 entirely down to the filly and her guts and a lovely ride from Frankie. The ground is a little slick. I and #X27 liked to have seen more rain, but she and #X27 got the job done, and it and #X27 very much down to her mind and ability. She and #X27 a wonderful filly, and it and #X27 an enormous sense of relief." Gosden raised the possibility of Enable staying in training as a 5-year-old in a bid to become the first horse to win the arc 3 times. He added, "It and #X27 great for Prince Khalid, Abdullah, owner-breeder. He wanted to come here, and if she and #X27 in good form there and #X27 no reason you wouldn't and #X27 try to come again." Asked about a trip to the Breeders' and #X27 Cup, he said, "We and #X27 LL see how she is. Prince Khalid will make the final decision, as he always has. Give it 10 days. What she has done today off this preparation has been extraordinary. It and #X27 been a nightmare getting her here, and I promise you she was 85%. But Prince Khalid was here and I had to run. Forget about Frankie and me, it and #X27 about the filly and the owner-breeder today. Without them, this game is dead." Sky Bet make Enable 4-6 from evens for the Breeders' and #X27 Cup turf at Churchill Downs early next month. Abdullah and #X27 racing manager, Teddy Grimthorpe, said, "She is unbelievable. It is so exciting, and it was an extraordinary ride by Frankie. He pressed the button at the right time. The other filly came to her and she was getting a little bit tired. She probably needed the race, but what a great job done by John and everyone at Clarehaven. For Prince Khalid, it and #X27 truly unbelievable. He and #X27 here today, and he and #X27 absolutely loved it. It and #X27 truly an emotional day for everyone. She had the dream trip and we were lucky like that. It was an extraordinary horse race. That, coming back next year, will be up to Prince Khalid." Theo Define, Relethipic.twitter.com/Gan5BKDH Doyle said of the gallant runner-up, "She did everything I asked and just cruised through, and in another 3 strides we would have won. I thought she struggled slightly with the ground at the start, but it was always going to be hard from that draw. I hope she can come back next year. Christopher Tsui, who owns Sea of Cla with his mother, Ling, said, I am still shaking as the emotions are running high. The way she finished reminded me of Zenyatta. When you look at how much ground she made up, it and #27 easy to say we were unlucky, but in racing these things can happen. It and #27 too early to say about next year, but we shall certainly think about it. Haggas said, she and #27 got beaten by a champion. Enable is a great horse. Maybe people will look back and say the draw didn't and #27 help us. I don't and #27 want to be ungrateful or unsporting, but anyway we hope and expect that we will see her back here this time next year. An emotional Maureen Haggas, assistant to her husband, told ITV Racing, she and #27 run a brilliant race and we and #27 re absolutely thrilled to bits with her. I and #27 am just sad for James, who made such an effort to get the weight off and had done it. From that draw she and #27 run unbelievably well and just didn't and #27 quite get there. From where he was drawn he had little alternative really. When we got the draw, I rang my father, Lester Piggott, and said in #27 no, what do we do and #27? He said in #27 don and #27 change your tactics, drop her out the back and pray and #27. You can and #27 be disappointed in any way, but I and #27 am sad. For everybody really, as she and #27 pretty good and she and #27 got beat. She and #27 had a brilliant year and let and #27 hope she can come back and do similar next year.